The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Texas offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks. Us talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
And the Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A run for the quarterback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll run it from the gun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Longhorns are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Looking left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get him intercepted.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. That's caught. It's Brady. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wants to bring it back. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. Quick completion on the out. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the 1st down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage. He's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
The Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the time.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Fires left. Got him
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got the tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try to get it through the air. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Pryor. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Offside.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Give to the single back. Got room on the return. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Brady. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's complete. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Pryor. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. After 45 on his way. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. This time it's complete. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Kane. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first.
Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. A strike downfield. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Razorbacks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. They'll go to the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Pryor. He's got him. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll need to put some leg in this one, a 52-yard attempt, and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a two-touchdown lead at 14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Razorbacks will have it first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Takes it from the gun on third down. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Brady. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Razorbacks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Arkansas! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Texas offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the bootleg. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Pryor. Got his man on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The RPO fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now the play fake. Complete to the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down.
Turning it on! Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
Man, when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Got his man on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Punt is in the air. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using his feet. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tight end finds a soft spot. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. Now they've got a little breather. breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Powers through the defender. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the gun. He breaks a tackle. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella
breaks into the open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Gonna look downfield again. They'll run the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds us back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 4 over Tulsa. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Pryor. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. They'll He'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. From the shotgun, the inside give. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Kane. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. On target.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Caught close to the marker, it's Kane. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he's coming out, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
So this offense can capitalize off the desperate fourth down attempt and failure, and they can pad their lead. Wants to pass. Scrambling away. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Dropping back, it's Pryor. Big guy smells it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. On the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. The Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. There he goes. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on second and short. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been